Hey peeps, it's your girl Daxani and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, I am going to basically show you guys that tattoo that I talked about like a few videos back, and I was trying to have you guys guess what type of tattoo I wanted. I designed it myself, so I will go over that whole process and all that jazz. So I'm so excited to just share it with you guys because I love it so much. So anyways, here's the reveal. So booyah, here is my Peter Pan tattoo that I had designed myself, and then I had found an awesome tattoo artist to basically just do his thing and do the awesome shading on it and stuff. So there we have the clock tower with the second star to the right, and then we have Peter Pan's hat, Captain Hook ship, and finally we have a Skull Rock. So yeah, let's go through this whole process of me designing this. Okay, first things first, look for references, some inspiration on Pinterest. I looked up Peter Pan tattoos, and as I was searching, I saw some pretty cool stuff. Like, yeah, I love seeing the colored Disney drawn Peter Pan characters, and a lot of them were even silhouettes of the characters from Peter Pan flying, which is all good, but I couldn't see myself with those particular tattoos because the fact that I'm seeing a bunch of these on Pinterest, most likely everybody and their mother has them already, and I'm just like, no, I don't want something that everybody has. Also, I didn't really want to be a copycat, and kind of looking through Pinterest made me want to draw up something for myself. But I wasn't sure what I wanted yet, so I just kept scrolling, and as an artist, we look up references, a lot of references, and just combine a bunch of stuff together, right? But I'm like, how can I make this Peter Pan tattoo unique for myself, for me? Then I started looking into geometric tattoos. A friend of mine has some really cool geometric style tats. So then I thought, what if I took some icons from Peter Pan and designed a geometric style of it? So then I saved some geometric designs that I saw on Pinterest and started planning with a sketch in my sketchbook. It took me a while to design something I personally loved, honestly, and it had to really just please my eyes visually. And eventually I took that sketch and I put it into my iPad and started to work with it digitally. And as you can see here, I decided to use the second star to the right, Peter Pan's hat, Captain Hook's ship, and of course, like I said, Skull Rock. I thought those were pretty iconic major things within the movie, and of course there was Tinkerbell. I did consider even adding some wings maybe, but then I was like, nah, I kind of like the Skull Rock idea. Tinkerbell's cool, don't get me wrong, but she's not like a character where I'm like a fangirl over, you know what I'm saying? I love this movie as a whole. And then I started noticing that I was incorporating a lot of stars, or I guess in this case I was trying to make it seem like it was pixie dust, but then to me it just really wasn't calling out. I felt like I had something, but I never really would sit on a finished design. I would design it, and at first I'd be like, oh, this looks really good, but I forced myself to sit on it for a couple of days or even a week. I would just look back at it, and then I'd be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm really liking it anymore. Then I would change it, and as you see here, I keep changing the style, the look of it, and I'm just like, nothing's really speaking out to me. But I think I'm really happy that I didn't choose one design. I'm glad that I created multiple designs and that I made myself kind of sit with it for a week before making any type of final decisions, because at the end of the day, a tattoo is going to stay permanently on your body. Also, when I'm designing this Peter Pan tattoo, I already had an idea where I wanted this on my body, which is the inside of my forearm. So of course I design it so that way it can place perfectly there on my forearm. There was one point where I was considering this tattoo to be colored. However, at the same time, I was just kind of like, nah, I'm not sure if I'm ready for color yet. You know, maybe just something kind of simple with just black ink only. And I mean, I get it, because when, you know, you think of a Disney themed tattoo, you automatically think something that's colorful, because Disney's known for their colorful animations and such. But yeah, no, I don't know, I just wanted to go with simple black ink. However, later down the line, I do plan on getting a color tattoo, and that would be for my Beauty and the Beast tattoo, but I'm still in the process of designing that one. Not sure if I plan on getting it anytime soon, but it's in the works. But I think that one might be my only color tattoo as of now. And then here I go, I was like, oh well, what if I included like the clock tower, you know? And in the movie, this is the precise time that they land on, so I incorporated that, and I thought that would be cool. And I think this is probably the hardest part, because I didn't know exactly like how many circles I wanted. I didn't know if I wanted the icons to be a different size or the same size. So it definitely allowed me to kind of just play around and experiment with. And I didn't really go into super details on purpose, because honestly I didn't even know what type of shading style I wanted. But let me tell you, I was like heavily going through Instagram, okay, trying to find an artist. And there was a bunch of artists that I saved for later, because as I said, my Beauty and the Beast tattoo is going to be colored. So I found a couple artists, but that's for another conversation. But anyways, I did find an artist, and I really liked their shading, and I was like, okay, well, I can leave that up to them, you know, so I'll just give them my design and then basically kind of just let them take the wheel pretty much. And sure enough, I did find an amazing artist, and he did such an amazing job. He goes by Street Rat Tattoos. So he is also a Disney fan, you guys. So like, so this definitely was perfect. It's awesome to find another artist, you know, let alone a tattoo artist who's also into Disney. And you know, I feel like if that tattoo artist is a fan of something of what you like, I feel like nothing can go wrong. And even though this is like only my second tattoo, I felt like this artist was like the right one for me. So yeah, Ramon, his name is Ramon. He goes by Street Rat Tattoos or K on Instagram. I'll leave his Instagram link down below in my description box if you guys are interested and want to check him out. Now I want to talk a little bit about the reason why I got this tattoo. Now a lot of you guys who have been following me for a long time now, or just in case like you haven't noticed, but I love Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan, and Peter Pan is my favorite Disney movie. And yes, I do acknowledge that Peter Pan is definitely outdated, and there are some, you know, a little bit of some Native American stereotypes in there, but my reasoning for loving this movie and for getting this tattoo is that, you know, even though we grow old and it's mandatory, growing up is optional. And also it's just kind of a reminder for me, if I'm feeling too stressed out or too consumed of this thing we called adulthood, right, is just to kind of like take a break, have some fun, always do something that's going to be enjoyable for you at the end of the day. What's going to make you smile? What's going to make you laugh? You know, don't forget about your inner child, pretty much. And as a little kid, I hated the idea of getting older. I knew from the get-go, I was like, being an adult does not look like fun. But a lot of my friends around me was like, oh, I can't wait to turn 16, I can't wait to turn 18, I can't wait to turn 13, 21, you know, what have you. But a lot of those friends that have said those things, you know, we are adults now, and they post nothing but like, damn, like I miss being in high school, or I miss being a kid and all this stuff. It's like, no, duh, like I tried telling you guys, I tried to warn you, don't rush it. And for those of you who are not adults yet, please take your time growing up. have fun, enjoy the little things. So yeah, that's what this tattoo pretty much means to me. I don't care if any of you guys think it's corny or whatever. It's personal for me. Also, I know I'm gonna eventually get asked this question, which is, did it hurt? Well, let me tell you, no. It didn't for the most part. The only parts that really hurt was right here by my wrist. As you can see, there's bone right there, so that hurt. And then, you know, when he was like working his way up to the middle, I was perfectly fine. And then here at the top, that's where it hurt also. So yeah, but yeah, for the most part it was pretty all right. But it was just those two pinpoints where I was just like, I was really squeezing my fist like, oh my god. But but yeah. Well, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. Don't feel obligated to. It's just a suggestion. And once again, thank you all for listening and thanks for watching, and I shall chat with you soon in the next video. Bye! The second star to the right shines in the night for you, to tell you that the dreams you plan really can come true.